Hey friends, it's Megan, Georgia Girl Stitching, and I'm here for a WIP Parade. It is Wednesday, December 22nd, just a few days away from Christmas, and it is that time of year to do a year-end review, and I'm going to do my normal FlossTube and then end with a WIP Parade. So thank you so much for choosing my video amongst the plethora of amazing options out there right now. It is such a fun time of year for FlossTube with all of the WIPmas blogs and videos and WIP parades and finish parades. So thank you so much for choosing mine today. I did do a finish parade over the weekend, so if you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's there if you find some time and want to see. I do all of my finishes from 2021, a few of my finishes from last year, and then I have a big back from the framer at the very end. Celtic Winter was framed. So I show her off at the end of that video as well if you're interested in seeing. We were able to get a really good deal on a frame at Michael's, so we went for it. So she's back and we'll be going right there on the wall. David's hopefully doing that today, and then she'll be there. I don't think I'm gonna take her down, to be honest. I think she's gonna stay up for a while. But in that video, I did not do a life update. I just did the finished parade. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a life update here. It has been crazy since I last saw you in November. I finished my 6th block, which this past block was endocrine, so all the hormones, and also all the reproductive and women's health, men's health, that whole shebang. So I really enjoyed this block. It really clicked. I really enjoyed it. Didn't make any career changes in my mind, but I really did enjoy it. And yeah, we've had a lot of very interesting experiences with this block. So it was fun. And then that finished last Thursday. And then at the beginning of December, David with the military actually matched much earlier than civilian. So normally, I won't be matching for residency until March of my senior year, but with military, they match at the beginning of December. So we found out that he matched to Portsmouth / Norfolk / Virginia Beach, that area in Virginia. So he'll be heading up to the Navy Hospital in Portsmouth, and he's technically doing a transitional year. So he'll be there for at least a year. His first year of residency, which is his intern year, he's going to be rotating through critical care units. So he'll be doing the ICU, the emergency room, and then he has a lot of elective options as well. So his first year is going to be kind of rotating through, but that gives him so many opportunities, especially within the military, that he's now open to. He could go into, after that 1 year, he could go into flight surgery potentially. He could do under the seas medicine, where he'd be with a Navy SEAL team or the under the seas engineer team. He could be their physician, or he could go in and decide to go for a specialty. He could try OB-GYN. So he has a lot of options right now. But basically, yeah, so he starts July 1st up in Portsmouth. So what does that mean for me? So I go to VCOM Auburn, and VCOM has multiple sites. They have a campus here in Auburn, a campus in Louisiana, a campus in South Carolina, and then the original campus is in Virginia, VCOM Virginia, and they're kind of the mothership, is what we call them. So we are all kind of independent campuses, but they have final say. There's a lot of top down from them. So we have some independence, but ultimately so we're all still interconnected. We're not our own school necessarily. So, but we also have a partnership with Auburn University here. So it's kind of a lot of weird partnerships. But anyways, what that means is there are rotation sites from VCOM Virginia in Virginia Beach. So right now the plan is to try and find a VCOM Virginia student who'd be willing to switch with me, and they would do their rotations down here in the South where Auburn has sites, and I would go up to Virginia Beach and rotate up there so I could stay with David. So it's not a guarantee by any means. The coordinators are very willing to help us and try and make it work, but if there's no students up there who want to come down here, then I have to stay down here. So Still a lot of unknown. Portsmouth was his #1 location. That's definitely where he wanted to be. It's the easiest location to hopefully get me up there. So far we're in the right place. We just gotta get that last little bit to figure out logistically. So hoping it works out. I should know for sure by end of February or early March if I'm able to get up there. And if not, then that's gonna be a whole other thing. So that's where we're at right now. We're super excited, but we are officially leaving Auburn in June. I can't even think about May and June right now as this past year. So David graduates halfway through May, and then I take my boards. I have to take two tests in June. I have to take the COMLEX, which is the DO test, and then I also take USMLE, which is the MD test. I have to take both. So, and I take both of those in June, and theoretically we're moving in June, and for him to start July 1st. So it's gonna be insane. Thankfully the Navy moves us, whatever that looks like. But yeah, so crazy times. Either we're moving together or we're going to separate our stuff and I'm moving somewhere else. So yeah, but right now we're very excited. He's very happy with what he'll be doing. He's really liking the plethora of opportunities for him from there. So that's the David update. He's officially on break right now too. So his rotation ended on Monday and he doesn't start again until January 1st. So we are just enjoying the holidays together. We will be seeing our family this year. So we did Thanksgiving all together. The parents came and stayed with us for Thanksgiving, and that was a lot of fun. We had fun. It was a little bit of a lot with 5 adults and 4 dogs in our little house here. So for Christmas, we've decided that David and I are gonna do Christmas Eve and Christmas morning, just us here in Auburn. And then halfway through Christmas Day, we'll head up to my parents and have Christmas dinner with them, be with them. And then all day Sunday, we're gonna do stuff with them. And then Monday, David's mom was planning on having like kind of a party with her extended family. So then Monday we'll go and be with her and be there for her party. And then we'll come back on Tuesday. So we kind of get it all in, which is going to be nice. Kind of get to go home. We haven't really had a chance to go home in a while. So head home to Atlanta and then, but also have like our first Christmas as a married couple here, just us with Tinky. So we're excited about it. It's been nice to just be chill for this week and kind of recuperate from the block and everything, get ready. So yeah, so all good. It's been nice. Trying to think what else is going on. So I had a couple Zooms, which were a lot of fun. So back in, I guess, November, yeah, late November, Evelyn from Evelyn Across the Pond and Morgan from Honeybee Stitcher, the 3 of us got on a Zoom, and I think we were on that Zoom for 4 hours. It was so much fun. I'm so super excited for us to be able to do it again. It was really interesting to like compare the 3 different countries and how they do different things, because Morgan's in Australia, Evelyn's in England, and I'm here, obviously, in the United States. So the 3, I mean, Evelyn's from the United States, but she's living in England and is going to be there a while. So it's been kind of fun to kind of compare and contrast, and also how much the 3 of us have in common, you know, being in 3 different continents. So it was just so much fun, and I'm super excited for us to be able to do that again. And then I had a Zoom actually last night with Taylor, a really good friend of mine from Cincinnati, Stitchy friend. So we had a really nice catch-up call last night too. So that was fun. And then actually one of the friends in my group here, my study group, my friend group, but I found out a year ago that she also cross-stitched. And so, but she was kind of where I was before I moved to Cincinnati. So still very, you know, introductory, doing some amazing things, but didn't know anything about linen, didn't know anything about variegated flosses, like was kind of like just, you know, introductory into it. And so I opened her world into all of the things. So she came over earlier this week and we kind of had a cross-stitch nerd out day, and it was super fun. So it's been nice to kind of connect with all the people this past few weeks. So that's been really fun. Do want to say a huge congratulations to Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. She just got engaged. So actually it's kind of a fun, like, kind of, we're connected. So her now fiance Bobby and David are classmates. They started at VCOM Auburn together, and Bobby's doing his rotations near Elizabeth in Huntsville, I believe. And then David's obviously here in Auburn, so they don't see each other very often, but they are classmates and both doing military. He's in a different branch, but so it's been kind of, but then it was funny, like I've met her a few times, you know, just a couple times. And then randomly one day she had found me on FlossTube and was like, hey, I know her. I was like, I know you. So it's been, so huge congratulations to them. That's super exciting. And then happy belated birthday to Steph. I actually did my finish parade on Saturday, and because I didn't do a life update, like I didn't say anything, but happy belated birthday to Steph from Pam and Steph. Her birthday looked like she had a really fun day. And then I think, yeah, so all the fun things going on. So just if I missed anyone, like just congrats. I try to remember to say things and then I get into the groove and I forget to say things. So I'm trying to be better about publicly congratulating people and saying things. So so yeah, so I think that's most of the life update. Not a whole lot. I mean, I don't start school again until January 10th, which is super nice. So I got 3 weeks off. I'm still board studying, so I still have like 4 hours a day that I'm studying, but it's on my own schedule, my own time, and it's not like I have an exam in 2 days, so it's been nice. David's next rotation is in the emergency room, so he's gonna be doing 12-hour shifts, and he does start at 6 a.m. on January 1st in the emergency room. So no big out and about New Year's Eve plans here. We'll be keeping it pretty quiet, and I'll talk about that more in a few minutes actually. But yeah, but that's the basic life update. So we're super excited. A lot of fun things coming in 2022. The fact that David's gonna be graduating medical school is just like blows both of our minds, and he actually doesn't like to talk about it. It's funny. He's like, gonna be a real doctor now. So yeah, so it's the life updates. Let's see. Oh, I did want to say thank you to everyone on my last video, my last actual FlossTube, for all of their advice on my floss tags. So I was like talking about the different types of paper and what was best, and I am still considering selling them next year. I'll do another video if on the details of how I'm gonna do that, but I am still considering selling them, but they are gonna be the cardstock. I'm not gonna even bother with the thin paper. You all had amazing ideas for how to thicken it up to make it last longer and be, sturdy. And for personal, like I'd be willing to do some of that, but like to try and sell them, like that's just, it's too much. Cost wise and time wise, and like I'd have to sell them for a lot more than I was planning to or wanting to. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the cardstock. It's easiest, it's cheapest, and they have lots of great options for that. So thank you for your advice on that. And I'll go over how I'm gonna do that probably in my next video, which will be, middle of January most likely. So thank you on that. Okay, I think that's everything intro wise. So kind of a year-end wrap up for my cross stitch life. So I started 2021 with 15 WIPs, and now at the end of 2021, which I will not be having any more finishes pretty much, over 2021, I had 13 starts, 11 finishes, and then 1 UFO, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then, so I am finishing 2021 with 16 WIPs. So net, I only have 1 more. So I feel like that's pretty good. I did decide to UFO a project. It was one that, it was an Etsy pattern that the picture, the mock-up looked better than it was ending up in real life. And I didn't really like the fabric anymore. To make it a reasonable size, I was having to do it 1/1 on 32 count, which is worth it if it is obviously gonna be really what I want, and this is not. This is the 3 leaves pattern, and it's just, the colors are just not, that's not what the pattern already looks like. And I know you're supposed to like trust the process, finish it, but even the top of the leaf that's done just doesn't look like the pattern, and it's like just not very pretty to me anymore. And I don't wanna put all this time and effort and then like hate it. So I'm UFOing it, and to be honest, this fabric, I just don't know if I would ever use this fabric for anything. So this is actually gonna be a giveaway. It is a 32 count, it's a fat 1/8, or it's an 1/8 an eighth of a fabric. 32 count Stinkhorn from Fortnite Fabrics. I got this probably at this point 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, right when they started. I joined their very, very first fabric of the month club because it was the only one I could get into, and I did like their fabrics. And I have others that I do like, but this one just wasn't one of my favorites. So if anyone would like this, I'm not taking this out, so keep that in mind. So you'll get it just like this. Because I don't even know how you frog 1/1, so I'm not. But if anyone would like this fabric, then use the word horn in your comment, and I will pick a winner and send it out next week. So yeah, so it's called Stinkhorn, but just use the word horn. And I'll ship this out to you, and you hopefully this can go to someone who will really love it and have a great use for it. I am just not that person. So that's my one UFO. So yes, I'm starting the year 2022 with 16 WIPs, which I'm about to go through. I will go ahead and just quickly go through my plans for next year, because I kind of have I'm not going necessarily my actual projects, but the overall, I'm going to be a part of 3 challenges in a way, I've decided, because next year is going to be so insane. I'm doing 16, I have 16 WIPs now, and then I've decided that I'm gonna join Pam from Pam and Steph and Kia from Kia B, and I'm gonna do the 12x12 challenge, which is 12 new starts, the 12 hours on New Year's Eve leading up, so you'd finish at midnight on New Year's Day. So I've decided I'm gonna do that. I had 9 things completely kitted, and then 3 things that I bought and wanted to start. So I had 12 things pretty much, or 11 or something like that. The numbers were working out really well. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. David and I can't really do anything on New Year's Eve because he has to be at the hospital by 5:30 on New Year's Day. So that's, it's not reasonable. So, and that is the day for all the college football playoff games, which I was planning to watch anyways. So the first game's at, Central Time, 2:30 is Cincinnati versus Alabama, and that's gonna probably be a hard game to watch, but go Bearcats, you can do it. I believe in you. The Bulldogs couldn't, so hopefully the Bearcats can. And then at 6:30 is UGA versus Michigan, which is gonna be, it's gonna be a good game. I'm excited for it. It's the first time my mom's been semi-conflicted, because she's Bulldog through and through, but she has a soft place in her heart for Michigan like I do for Cincinnati. She, right after college, did a Michigan time like I did a Cincinnati time. So my Cincinnati game's earlier, and then she's got the Michigan, so she kind of has that soft spot. She wants the Bulldogs to win, but she doesn't want to murder Michigan. So, yeah, so that's good. So I'm going to be watching football all day anyways, so might as well be stitching. I'd be stitching anyways, so might as well have some new starts. And honestly, depending on how the Michigan-Georgia goes, that might go till midnight. So I'll be up anyways. Dave will go to bed long before then. But, so yeah, so I'm going to do the 12x12, and then I'm going to do WIP Go, again, WIP Go 2022. So that was the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. It's like a bingo board, but it's called WIP Go. You fill it in with projects, with goals that you completely make up, completely personal. And then every month she calls 2 numbers. And theoretically, you're supposed to work on those projects within the month, but the goals are year long. So you don't have to finish those goals in that month. It's like if you're looking for a focus, that's what you're supposed to focus on, those projects that month. So I'm gonna be doing that. And then I've decided with 16 WIPs and now 12 new starts, I am going to try and do no new starts 2022. Except for my birthday. I'm giving me a freebie on my birthday. But other than that, no new starts. I want to finish some things. There are some things that are relatively close to finishing, and I want to knock them out. I want to focus on them. So my stitching year is going to be pretty regimented in a way, where I'm going to stick with the WIP Go calls. Whatever she calls, I'm going to do 2 weeks on one and 2 weeks on the other. And I have so much I have to think about next year that I don't want to have to think too much about my stitching. I just want to enjoy it. And so I think this is going to be a good way to do it. I'll still kit stuff up. I'll still buy stuff. But I want to just really focus on the WIPs that I do have. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. I am not joining the Facebook group because there's an affiliate. I did join it. And then I read all the rules and realized it's a little too ruly for me. I think that there's definitely a place for that and people need that, but I can't keep up with that. So I would get kicked out immediately because like if you don't follow the rules, you get kicked out, and I would definitely get kicked out. So because it's like you keep up with pictures, and I don't need that in my life next year. So I'm doing the challenge, but I'm not necessarily doing like the official thing. It's just a personal challenge next year. I actually got the idea from Sheila and EJ from Sunshine Stitchers. They did it this past year, and I believe they were officially successful. One of their videos, they had like 12 hours to go, but I don't think they started anything in the 12 hours. So congrats to them on completing that. So they gave me the idea, and I realized like I'll have like 25, 26-ish. No, I can't do math. 28 WIPs and 25 bingo board, you know, so I think it'll work out nicely. So that's my overall plan. No new starts, WIP go, and then the 12 by 12. When I finish that 12 by 12, I'll have no things kitted up. Like that'll be everything I have that's kitted up, ready to go. So I won't even have like something that I'm holding back on. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. I think that's all of the 21 minutes of preamble before getting into this. I will do haul giveaways from last video and like stuff like that at the very end. Just because I know people aren't necessarily interested in that, so I'll definitely do that at the end. I do have to do this one gift that I got before I'm sorry, I do one more thing and then I promise to get to the WIP Parade. But this came late last night, and there's a little bit of a story. So I went to Keepsakes. I went to Cincinnati back in late September, the first weekend of my block break in the fall. And I met up with Lenny and Barbara and Jen and Candy, 614 Stitcher on YouTube if you haven't watched her. We all got together. Stephanie was out of town. Susan was out of town. There were a lot of people out of town, but we got together early in the morning before the shop opened and had breakfast together. And they were asking me like, so how was block 5? How'd it go? And block 5 was GI and renal, and I was not a fan of block 5. Block 5 was my worst block. Didn't enjoy it at all. And so I was telling them that, I'm like, not a fan, will not be a gastroenterologist, will not be doing any colonoscopies. And then I said, do not come to me with your bowel problems. And like, they all died. Like, Lenny and Barbara especially were like doubled over, like dying. And then Barbara's like, that's a chart. And Lenny like literally wrote it down. And then this came in the mail yesterday, completely by surprise, had no idea, from Lenny. She freaking stitched it on my blue fabric and brown variegated floss. Do not come to me with your bowel problems. My new life motto, because any kind of bowel issues, literal or metaphorical. Yeah, so this is probably gonna be my very first bathroom piece because this seems appropriate to be in the bathroom. So, but oh my gosh, I died laughing when I opened it up, and David's like, what's going on? And I told him the story, and then he cracked up. So thank you so much, Lenny. It killed me last night. I even love that you did it like on my blue fabric. Like, it was amazing. So thank you so much. We'll be laughing about this for years and years to come. And I get to tell this story now every time someone walks into my bathroom. So thank you so much. Okay, so now we're gonna do the WIP Parade. I'm doing it in reverse order. So I'm gonna do the WIPs that I started, the most recent, and then we'll end with my oldest, which I just realized I'll need to go grab. Okay, so the first one is, let me get my notes up so I can answer all the things. So the first one is Wintry Mix by Sueless Designs. I just started this over Thanksgiving break. This is on 32 count raw linen, and this is where I'm at. So I got 3 of the 6 trees done, but the other 3 trees are really big, so I don't want to say half. But this has been really fun to do. It's the first time I've ever used pearl cotton. So all of the back stitching in those snowflakes are 2 weights of pearl cotton. and also all the little white ones and the big ones. So that's where I am on that one. This one's a lot of fun. And then I'll say my WIP Go goal also on these while I'm doing this. So my WIP Go goal for this one is to finish it. So I have this white tree and then the other 2 white trees to finish. So WIP Go goal is a finish. This is Summer at the Shore by Cottage Garden Samplings. I started this in honor of David's time at his Officer Development School training back in July and August. He was there at Newport. And there's some stories with some seagulls, and it has a ship. So I'm gonna be doing this in honor of his time at ODS. And I'm gonna, in this, like, the pedestal or whatever that is, the pier plank or whatever, I'm gonna do all of his ODS information. So the name of his class and the number and all of that. That's the pattern, and this is where I'm at. This is on 32 count pearl from Mystic Fabrics. So it's kind of got this like gray green modeling to it. Oh, you know what? Let's use this. It's a little bit better. Gray green modeling. So yeah, so I got the seagull done and I got that pedestal done. So now I just gotta do the rest of it. And the goal on this one is to finish it. Okay. This next one is Patchwork by Jan Hotman. And I'm doing a complete conversion. I'm doing a beach conversion. So I'm gonna do an ombre look to it with sand and then teal blues and then dark navy blues. And this year I completely finished the sand section. So here's where we're at on this. This is on 46 count flax. So that's all of the whites and browns that will be in it. So starting next year, I can start on the blues. Get a close up. So that's where we're at on that. This is so much fun to do. I just have so much fun planning it and starting it. And let me put a picture in of the pattern real quick. That's what the original looks like. Okay, this next one is a Dimensions Kit Beach Chairs. I got this as a gift, and then I started this on our honeymoon. And the goal for Patchwork is to do 12 motifs. So essentially 1 a month is my goal. And then there's that one, beach chairs. And this is a very meager start, and I've already messed up. I'm gonna have to rip out all the green, but this is where we're at. Ooh, you can't see that. This is on 32 count touch of blue. You still can't see it very well, but it's a very thin fabric. There's not a whole lot there, and I have to rip out all that green because I already messed up. But that's where we're at on that, and the goal on that one is to finish the green chair. That's my goal for next year. This next one I'll have to put in a picture of the pattern. It is Jan Hicks Creates Seasons in Lace, and I'm starting with the winter, and then I'm gonna do it all on one fabric. I've only worked on this a couple days this year. I started it this year, and then I've only worked on it very little, but here's my little start. Sorry, orientation. I'm doing the DMC conversion. She charted it in silks and then has a conversion. I'm doing the DMC conversion, and this is on 56 count antique white. So I'm super excited to get more. My goal on this one is to finish 25% of it. So I have it in Pattern Keeper, and I want to finish 25%. This next one is also going to be a picture for the pattern. This is Celebrate Winter from Madame Chantilly. I put this one, so this is actually, I started this with Evelyn from Evelyn Across the Pond. We did a Goodbye Winter sal. We called it Celebrate Chantilly sal, which any Chantilly celebrate trays, if you're working on, you can use that hashtag. And we started at the end of winter, this past winter. I had to restart it though, because it was a meager start and I messed up. So I restarted it a few weeks ago, and that's how much I've gotten done. It was towards the end of the block, didn't have a lot of time, so I didn't get to finish the tray. But my goal on this one is to Celebrate Winter, is to finish the tray and then do one whole tier, whichever one I want. So one of the tiers on all the motifs on it. This next one's another tray. This is Celebrate Christmas from Madame Chantilly. Oh, and that's on 40 count water green linen. This is Celebrate Christmas. I love this pattern so much. And this is also on 40 count water green. And this is how far we on him. I got Santa in last time I worked on him. And this one, I changed the red. I changed to the red etoile. So you can kind of see some sparkle in the ornament and in his coat. And then I also changed the white to white etoile, but that's not showing up as well. But it does in person. He's got a very sparkly beard. So there's Santa and the ornament. And that tray is completely done. So now my goal on this is to also finish a tier, probably that middle one, so I can get Santa and Rudolph in. But yeah, there's that one. And then the next one, this is actually my New Year, New Start for 2021. So this is my last WIP for 2021, is Shores at Hawk Run Hollow. This is a gift from people at Keepsakes before I left. And my goal was to do a block a year on this, and I just barely even got to work on it this year. So as far as I got the block in and I started on the lighthouse. This is sad. So my goal next year is I want to get 2 blocks in. Let's go for it, you know? So as I'm doing no new starts, I'm going to finish this first block and then get the second block in. So, and this is on 32 count, what is it? 32 count raw? 32 count platinum. 32 count platinum. This next one was a gift from my friend Jen. It's just Memorial Day. I love this so much. This is on 32 count Lugana cornflower from Fiber on a Whim Fabrics. And this is where I'm at. Oh, I forgot to say, no, I didn't. Okay, yeah. This is where I'm at on this one. That blue always washes out. It's a deeper blue than that. Not much, but it is more blue. So my goal on this one is to finish it. I have 2 more flags and then the grass and flowers at the bottom. And this is with the sulkies. It's my only project with sulkies and I really like it. So I'm excited. This is from Hands On Design. Memorial Day from Hands On Design with the sulky pack. So super excited about that. I think I could finish that in a WIP Go 2 weeks. If it's a good time in my block, I should say. This next one makes me sad too, because I literally started this. When did I start this next one? May 19th, 2020, and have not touched it since I started it. And I really, really want to. I need to focus on it more. This is Let's Do Wine from Imaginating. I fell in love with this when Pam from Pam and Staff were doing, or I keep saying from Pam and Staff, it's from Just Keep Stitching, is their actual FlossTube name. And I fell in love with it when she was doing it, bought it, and now I am doing it. I don't know if I'll be doing this border though. I'll definitely do the grapes at the bottom, but I'm not super in love with this border, but I'm so far away from that, it doesn't even matter because all I have is wine. That's all I got. And this is on a 32 count. This was one of the fabric of the months from Fortnite Fabrics. It didn't come with a name. It was, I don't think, no, it probably did. I don't have the name anymore. But this was one of their fabric of the months. And it's perfect. It's like this aged paper look to it. All I have is wine. So my goal is to finish, for next year, my goal is to finish the bottle. I don't know if I'll get to the grapes, but that's all back stitching. So like theoretically that should not take a super long time, theoretically. So, and my goal is to just do the bottle. Not necessarily the bow and the grapes, but the bottle. So we'll see. I definitely want to focus on that more. This next one is a labor of love for my husband. So David this is his favorite painting, and he asked me to do it, and I'm very slowly and reluctantly doing it. It's Starry Night Over the Rhone by Vincent van Gogh, charted by Artisy, full coverage. I have the first page done. I'm not doing it on 16 count Aida, that's old. I tried it first time and that did not go well. So I'm doing it on 18 count Fiddler's Aida and light oatmeal, and I have 1 page done. Now, what has made this a lot easier and I'm more inclined to work on it is because now I have Pattern Keeper. When I first started this, I did not. And that was, it's just straight confetti. The whole pattern is pretty much confetti. So now that I have Pattern Keeper, I can color complete and jump around. So I'm much more inclined to work on this now. So my goal for next year is to do another page. It's 18 pages. You'll get it in 18 years, you know? But yeah, so that's where we're at on it. I think it's 18 pages. I could be wrong about that. It's at least 12. So on our 12th wedding anniversary. This next one is a one for me. It's a lot smaller, and I haven't worked on it. I didn't work on it at all this year, actually. Hammock at Sunset by Stitch X Cross Stitch. I got this on everythingcrossstitch.com. I just love it. And this one this one can't go on Pattern Keeper because I don't have the PDF version of it. It's a paper pattern. So this one I'm doing the 12 by 12 blocks on. So I'm just sticking within a block, pretty much. I didn't have this color, which is why there's holes. And I worked on this a few days, but I have one last year, but not this year. So I'm just up here in the corner. You can see, so I've got a long ways to go. But it's so pretty, and it makes me feel so calm looking at it. I wish I was in that hammock. And so there's that one. And then this one is Celtic Summer. I'm doing a complete conversion on this, as I have my other Celtic ladies. So it's very, very, very pretty. It just doesn't scream my kind of summer. So I'm actually converting it to our wedding colors. So this is on 28 count Salt Rock Lugana from Color and Cotton. This is where I'm at on it. So I'm doing the navy blues and then the teals, greens, and whites. So that's the puff of her sleeve and down. This, I'll be taking this out. that random block of colors. I'll be taking that out. That was to test the colors for the teal. I've restitched the teals, I think 3 times because I just couldn't get the right colors. So I was like, I'm not stitching it again. And so I did this like block. It's like, okay, those all look good together. We're going with those. So I need to take that out. But that's where we're at on it. I really want, my goal for this, the goal for Hammock was a page. And then this one is, what is this one? Celebrate Celtic Summer. I want to do half of her dress. I want to finish that bottom part of her dress. The skirt. Which I've actually got a pretty decent start on for it. So yeah, I already have all the fixins for it too. I've got the beads, I've got the petite treasure braid. I just need to work on it. I didn't work on this at all this year, which is ridiculous because it was our wedding year and I didn't work on it. But I think the reason I didn't, I got burned out because of the amount of times I did the color changes and the amount of times that like I had to restitch it, I just got completely burnt out and didn't even want to look at it. I got mad at it. So I didn't work on it this year. I couldn't find a good time to like sit down and really focus on it again where I could give it the full attention that it was needing. And so I just put it away. But I'm feeling re-encouraged to work on it. So I'll be working on it. Okay, this one is Patchwork Quaker by Stickadine van der Weyenberg. I don't know if I'm getting further or closer to pronouncing that correctly. This is Monet's version. You can buy this online. I love it. I started this with Shiloh at, oh my gosh. What is the name of her? FlossTube. I will link it down below. Have no fear, but I cannot believe I just blanked on that right now. But Shiloh, so she and I started this, and it's #CusQuicker style because we love Quakers. And I'm doing this on 40 count platinum. And my goal is to finish it because I'm so close. Well, I have like maybe like 2.5 pages left. That's not the bottom of it. I have there's another motif. So here. And then where I'm at, I just started this. So I have these 2 rows to do. Which in the grand scheme of things is like, it's like a third. I guess I have like a third left. Because that's a huge motif, so these. So I want to finish it though. I'm finishing it this year. If I sat down and focused on it, I bet I could get it done. So that's Patchwork, Quaker, love it. And then Beachcomber. I didn't work on this one at all this year. I feel so bad. Beachcomber from Carolyn Maine Designs. I love it. I need to work on it. I don't know why I didn't pick this one up. I think I just kept getting distracted by shiny new things. But Beachcomber, Carolyn Manning, and I'm doing this on 40 count mallow. This is actually my first foray in 40 count. Which way does it go? Well, it doesn't really matter, but here. So I've got a pretty decent goal on it. My goal on this one is to finish a quadrant. So it's the same way all around. I want to finish this quadrant up here. Theoretically, I'd like to get more than that done, but that's at least just my start. My goal is to finish that. So it's so pretty. I want to get to the blues. I've been in the browns. I was in the browns for so long that I'm ready to get to the blues. And that's on my WIPs right now. So I'm not going to go through the 12 things that I'm starting on New Year's Eve because I don't have all of the things. I'm still waiting. Mom and I did a 1, 2, 3 stitch combined order, and so a lot of that stuff's in Atlanta right now that I'll be getting at Christmas. So I don't want to go through that right now just because things could change and it's just not set in stone. So I'll do a video at the beginning of January and go through like my starts. And so you'll see them all then. But I'm super excited about that. So yeah, by the end of 2021, I will have like 28 total WIPs. So these stats are, as of right now, technically that will change after New Year's Eve. But those are all of my WIPs. And then, oh no, I have one more. Hold on, hold please. Okay, sorry about that. I was working on this last night, and so of course I forgot to bring it over here. This is one, I'm still working on it. So this is, I'm gonna be working on this at least through Christmas, potentially longer. So this is Celtic Christmas from Lavender and Lace. Oh, I didn't say that. Celtic Summer is also Lavender and Lace. And this is, this has kind of a family story to it. So my mom and my grandmother, did my grandmother officially cross stitch? I think so. And then my grandmother bought this. My mom got it and was going from her and was going to stitch it and then didn't. And now I have it and I'm stitching it. So it's kind of like a 3-generation pattern that we've all wanted it. We've all wanted to stitch it. I'm doing it. So this is actually from the 90s, this pattern. Like bought. I think the pattern itself says 1995. I don't know if that's when it was purchased or printed or released. I'm not sure, but 95. And I was born in 96. So this pattern's officially older than I am. I'm not changing a single thing about it. I'm keeping, oh, I take that back. I am keeping all of the colors the same, but the called for metallic, I believe, is a DMC metallic, and I am not doing that. So I'm converting the metallic to petite treasure braid, but I'm not changing the color. I'm keeping it gold. So it's all staying the same. And here's where I started this. This is my only 2019 WIP. Everything else was started in 2020. It's my oldest WIP. And here's where we're at. And I am absolutely in love with her. I don't want to stop working on her. She is going way faster than I ever thought she would. Like every day I'm able to knock out a section. Like it's just amazing. And I have the time to focus on her, so I am. So, and when we get closer, look, she is just divine. She stitched on 28 count Sage from Color and Cotton. I believe it's a linen. I don't think it's an even weave. Got Got it, the fabric at Stitch Away 2019. And it's just amazing. So I am also doing her skin 1/1. I did with the other Celtic ladies, so I'm sticking with that on this one. So 1/1 skin. So today I'm focusing on her face and neck. I did her hand last night. Let's see if I can get really close up to focus. Yeah. So here's where she's at. I love her. She's really also helped me, encouraged me to focus back on Celtic Summer. I kind of got the groove back with working on these because as you may have seen, I finished Celtic Winter framed, and that's in my finishes video. I have Celtic Autumn finished and matted, and now I got to get her framed. So this one in summer will be racing to be the next one, but I just love her. So that is officially all of my WIPs. So yeah, super exciting. And I can't wait to show you the ones that I start next week. Now giveaways. I have four giveaways that from my last video. Let me grab this one that fell. 4 giveaways from my last video. And I've pulled winners. And these will not be shipped out until next year though, like beginning of January, because I'm not doing that to the post office right now. So let me pull up my list. So the first one was the Fragments in Time for 2021, this whale. And this is going to Danielle McMickle. Danielle McMickle. Okay. And then this is Flowers from the Sea from Barbara Anna. This is going to Cassie Stitches. So there's that one. Cassie or Casey, yeah. So I think it's Cassie Stitches. And then the next 2 were actually from me, some floss tags. So the first set were these snowflake floss tags that I made. Okay. Just gorgeous. This is going to Shannon Ashley. And then the other set, which will be the only time I ever give out the paper ones. This is going, the water, this is going to Trina Lucek. Trina, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but L-U-C-E-K, Trina. So yeah, so you guys just send me, email me at the email down below your address, and I will get these out in the new year. And the ones who won the floss tags, please let me know what you think of them. I know the papers are gonna be flimsy and not great, so, but Trina, if you have any other advice or any ideas on them, let me know. Just, yeah, any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Okay, and then I have, so the one giveaway from this week is going to be that fabric, and the other giveaway is super basic, but 14 count white Aida. If anyone uses this, wants this, David accidentally bought me this last year, not knowing that I don't use 14 count Aida, and it's in white. I just don't have a use for it. No one in my immediate life has a use for it, so if you have a use for it, let me know. Just use the word Aida. I would love to send this out to you, someone who actually can use this. Mom is pretty much at the point of just using 16 count Aida, and then my friend Claire, she's gotten on the linen train, so she doesn't have a use for it. So happy to send this out. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic and I'll fold it up and put it in an envelope, but if anyone has a want of this, let me know. So this would be Aida. And then I had just a little bit of haul. Just the fabric of the month from Color and Cotton, which this month is Cobblestone. It's really pretty. Nice brown, neutral, just gorgeous. And this one especially, this is the 40 count. Kind of see how dark it is. And then this is the 32 count. So much lighter. It's so interesting. Same exact formula, but just dyes so different on different fabrics. So yeah, it's gorgeous. So this is Cobblestone. Just a really, really nice neutral. But yeah, look how, I didn't fold these very well, but Look at the difference. Isn't that crazy? So yeah. So I think that is it. That's all I have on my list, I believe. Yep. And then that's it for now. That's all she wrote. So yeah, so that's my WIP Parade and kind of wrap up a little bit. So this is it for 2021. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support this year. It has been so felt and so appreciated, and just thank you so much for all of your, especially like on Instagram and everything. Just thank you so much for your constant love and support. It's been an amazing year. Can't really complain too much about this year at all, given everything considered. So I hope that you're able to enjoy this season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, just able to enjoy the holiday season and enjoy the rest of your year, and hopefully find time to relax and find joy in everything. But yeah, until next year, thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in 2022. Bye, friends.